As much as I love when games like Rumble, Frontiers, and CrossWorlds reuse old designs as if they're just chilling in the closets of our main cast, I think it's worth noting that recycling old things too often can limit creativity. For instance, I enjoy that Sonic Forces Mobile has a variety of original designs and older spin-off designs in rotation. I've seen plenty of awesome fan art come out of the original fits, and I'd love to keep seeing new things come out of future games, similar to Cybersonic and Doom Shadow, so we can look back on them the same way we look back on Soap Shoes and Extreme Gear. It just fleshes out the amount of options that we have. And that being said, I'm really happy that everyone seems to mess with the Phantom Rider outfit from IDW. The comics are probably one of the only current avenues that are allowed to introduce brand new designs for the characters, since it isn't as much of a risk as doing it in the mainline games. There is quite literally nothing wrong with the Phantom Rider's design, it's just a risk I feel like Sega wouldn't take in a mainline game, unlike what they did in the original Sonic Riders and Sonic Adventure 2. When they changed Eye's design in Super Monkey Ball, people didn't like that. In fact, I'm very surprised that they even included a modern Tyrios DLC. That goes beyond using an old design, that's a straight up forbidden character. I imagine we could reasonably see the Phantom Rider in CrossWorlds as well. I mean, there's enough fan hype behind him. And not to mention the fact that it thematically fits the game having Extreme Gear in it. If you watched me before, it's no secret I love the Sonic comics. Archie Sonic is probably why I'm as interested in the franchise as I currently am, so it's wonderful to see the community embrace stuff from a niche medium. It's especially novel to see stuff that was originally only in 2D artwork get translated into a full 3D model. Not only does it feel official, but this model is officially licensed. It's from Sonic Speed Simulator, which is a Roblox game. I don't really care much for that game, but they have plenty of comic stuff in it, like Super Neo Metal Sonic and Tangle, so that's neat in my book. I always find it interesting how the main games don't tend to get costumes like this, but the spin-offs do. Even if you don't play the mobile games or the Roblox game, you should keep an eye on these designs whenever they drop because they'll likely make it into a mainline game as a mod. And that's why today I've got the Phantom Rider skin for Shadow in Shadow Generations, and you can tell because of the way he skates out of his running animation. Now, this is interesting because I would not expect somebody to put this skin over Shadow, but it fits his character proportions really well, and I'd say the general aura that he has with his animations also makes sense. Now, like I said earlier, I believe this is in fact a port from the Roblox game Speed Simulator, and it is high quality. Like, I know that they do get paid to add content to Speed Simulator, of course, but man, I didn't expect it to look this good. Roblox models are not usually as highly detailed in my personal experience. I also just love the way that Shadow's personality shines through a mask and gloves. Like, it's really interesting how male hedgehogs look so good in like fully clothed outfits like this. Like, I just also love the way that they can like hide all of their quills inside the helmet. Another thing I'm using here is the Needle FX Edits mod, which changes the skybox to kind of be blue like a real sky that you would see outdoors, and this is based off of a piece of Sonic Channel artwork where Maria and Shadow are kind of like playing near the water, I guess. It was really interesting, and the time that they dropped it reminded me a lot of like Christmas because the skybox was blue and the pieces of the white space falling reminded me a lot of like snow. So I figured that it would be really cool to actually have this playable in the game for like a seasonal update or something along those lines. Now, it isn't just the player model that's a part of this mod too. You also have the Eggstream gear that Dr. Eggman developed for the Phantom Rider, and I love the way that they utilize the metallic reflection materials on it that you would see on like other mechanical things like Omega. And I am also using Mello's Reanimated mod on this model as well. I like to do this whenever I play custom skin mods, but I feel like the Phantom Rider hits the hell out of this air boost pose, dude. It's just so over the top, and it just feels anime as hell the way that he's got his fists to his side, and the sharp look of his visor. You can't even tell what he's thinking under that thing. And in general, I think having this kind of like over-the-top action feel for the Phantom Rider design works really well, especially because of that one comic panel where it references Sonic Adventure 2's like kicking scream scene, where he goes, "Tyria!" Yeah, in general, I actually think the Phantom Rider looks really great when he's turning on the Extreme Gear as well. Obviously, Extreme Gear usually hovers in the air, but it looks great when it's floating on water. Like, the sharpness of the turning animations and the various flips Shadow does in the Doom Morph makes this look like a convincing utilization of Extreme Gear in a mainline game. It's stuff you would actually see on a racetrack. But something I want to do to show off how well I believe the Phantom Rider model works with Shadow's animations is these, like, time trial challenges, similar to the ones in Frontiers. And just to style, I decided to break this balloon. I do have a 100% file, but this is a secondary file that I did so that I could actually get rewards for clearing these missions and kind of make the footage a little bit more interesting. Of course, because I broke the balloon, I actually have to go back and get the journal page as well, which is, like, probably the coolest collectible in a Sonic game that exists, by the way. But yeah, no, like, I love the way the Phantom Rider looks when he's skating. Like, his shoes aren't skates. They don't actually even have, like, propulsors on the bottom like Shadow's do, but I don't know, something about his, like, over-detailed Power Ranger-looking materials on his outfit make the skating look real nice. And, again, to style, I just keep grabbing extra collectibles when I can. And I also thought that, you know, White Space would be the perfect map to play this skin on because there is so many, like, bodies of waters that I can actually utilize the Extreme Gear, which is literally half of this mod, if you ask me. Now, I actually find these, like, timed open zone challenges to be the funnest thing that they've ever tried in this format. And yeah, it's only existed for 2 games, but I would really love to see them get, like, even crazier with this. I want these missions to eventually last, like, several minutes and have much tighter timers. I feel like Shadow Generations did a really good job at making the timers tight. Look at that. I was messing around and still ended it on 2 seconds, but, you know. And another thing I really wanted to show off here is, like, how much versatility that these missions have specifically in Shadow Generations. Because here, I'm not even trying to go towards the timer at all, but if I transform into the wing, my route changes completely, and that's another really essential part of this mod is, yeah, the Phantom Rider has a white scarf, but you don't actually see it on the main model until Shadow transforms into his wings. Now here's the second timed challenge. And I just love how the wing animation looks when you initiate it. The platforming is just so easy mode once you have the wing that I can kind of just mess around without even going towards the timer. I actually like how the scarf wings look more than the Doom wings. I don't know, I just think it's a really nice contrast having, like, the white, shiny, almost angelic wings there. And again, because I am messing around, my timer is very tight in this footage, and I just thought that was really entertaining. This is one of my favorite routes to take. You fly and then you homing attack the stray rails sitting there. I love that stomping homing attack animation where he spins in a full 360. It especially works well with these wings. But yeah, no, like, the silhouette shape of the ends of the scarf looks so raw, dude. Like, it reminds me of, like, a Bloodborne character design where they have, like, the really long and tattered coats. Something about, like, the cloth being destroyed just looks so sick. It genuinely confused me at first why this model didn't already have the scarf on it, but when I figured out that it was the wings, I loved it even more than if it really did have the scarf on it. Also, because I'm using Needle FX edits, the inside of this place was extremely dark at first. That's, like, a very common issue when you do lighting changes in Shadow Generations. I think the way that they incorporated the wing is even better, because it offers something new to the mechanics of Shadow Generations with the Doom powers. Like, here we have the Doom Surf being changed to Extreme Gear, and we don't just stop at that, we also give the wings something as well. So multiple aspects of what makes this game special are also represented by what the Phantom Rider can do. And another custom animation I particularly love with the Phantom Rider outfit is, like, the spring rebound animation. I've talked about this before in an older Sonic Frontiers video, but I just love this 06 pose where he's got, like, the arms to his side. He just looks like he's a Power Ranger or something. Now, for some reason, when I went to go record this, I thought there were more open zone time trials, but there actually is only 4 in the entire game, and 2 of them are in the Doom Zone. Now, Dude, one of the things I love about the Doom Zone, actually, is, like, how the hue, the tint of everything gets changed. Like, this is what I wanted them to do in Final Horizon with the end looming over everyone, but with a purple hue. So, it's really cool that they went and did this. Unfortunately, I won't have the time to go back for that balloon, but I just thought it would be fun to pop it anyway. And you'll notice another thing that I wanted to do for the Doom Zone variant of this is I took Shadow's helmet off. And just what a cute touch, you know? Because, like, this mod really could have just been the model import with, like, higher quality materials to make it fit the art style of Shadow Generations, you know? Could have left it at that. But, you know, you got the extreme gear, you got the scarf wing, and, of course, you have an unmasked version of Shadow. Because, you know, spoilers, the Phantom Rider isn't actually Shadow. He's a different character, but because we are forcing it over Shadow in Shadow's game, it's like, oh, it's kind of funny. It's like he's cosplaying this character. And I think the magic of the Phantom Rider outfit is that it really can just fit the body type of any Sonic character, to be honest with you. So it is really neat to see this unmasked version of him. And part of what I really like about, oh, this is a really cool skip. See, that's what I love about the wing, is like, you can do, like, really easy fly over everything skips, but sometimes there's, like, really niche ones where you have to get really precise to execute it correctly. Yeah, one of, like, the really nonsensical parts of the Phantom Rider design that I love is the fact that, like, Shadow can just squish all of his big, pointed upward quills in that tiny helmet, and no one ever questions it, and that's just the magic I love about cartoon logic. You'll notice here, I realized shortly after flying into the zone that I was going to need the Doom Morph to go through the grate, and I almost cost myself this entire run. I remember this mission being, like, particularly difficult the first time I tried clearing it. Like, I had to try this over and over, but here this was, like, my first attempt, I believe. I actually think going the Doom Morph route is really fun, because this was originally just traversal so that you could get to the Mephiles boss gate, but when you're doing this mission, it recontextualizes why they put all the level assets there, and it feels a lot more fun when you're racing around. Oh my god, Sonic Forces, that is a true treasure right there, baby! As I said, I think it's so pretty the way that they updated the materials on this Roblox model to fit the art style of this game. Like, the armor looks really good right next to Shadow's fur, and the reflections off of it. Hello has joined the... Where... You running towards me? In general, I also just love the idea of Shadow being able to don a vigilante-esque costume with a secret identity, just trying to do whatever he wants. Like, that's the charm of the Phantom Rider. I also made sure to show off this idle animation with his unmasked variant, because it's very, very important that we show off the Sonic Heroes-inspired idol, and he just can't do that with the helmet. No matter what animation he's doing, even if it's vanilla, like, this outfit just fits him like a glove, dude. Everything he does, like the way he's got his fingers splayed out, like he's about to squeeze something, like, he just looks so cool, and all he's doing is walking through goop. Look at the reflections on him, too. Now, if you were dying for more footage of the extreme gear in a setting that was built for it, I figured it would be a really good opportunity to jump into one of these side missions. When people make Generations videos, they don't really look at the side content very often, so I figured, hey, really good opportunity to change that today. And also, a really good opportunity to show off what these animations look like while he's tricking on it, dude. Like, because that's the thing that we love about Sonic Riders and Extreme Gear, is the fact that, like, there's just so much aura with everything they do, and typically, I'm not actually a huge fan of the Doom goop on skin mods that have nothing to do with the Doom powers, but I think it looks really cool there. It's kind of like airlines showing you, like, where he's spinning and, like, the direction he's moving, and it fits that really well, actually. In general, I just love how many air tricks Shadow does on his Doom Surf in general in this game. It looks really sick. Even the dodging animation looks kind of gorgeous. And there we go. Cute little S rank for the fans. Phantom Rider just has the most aura out of any official, like, alt costume design I've ever seen before, and look at this, dude. Like, pairing him up to the scale of the castles in the back after completing that arduous journey on the Extreme Gear. Like, no words need to be said, he's just taking it all in, and he's like, yep, I'm him. It may sound weird to say, but one of the number one things I look for in mods is like how accurate it is to the official material, like how much it respects canon, how much it like makes sense, like how cleverly they can incorporate things into this game, and that's exactly what caught my interest with the Phantom Rider. And I mean, like, anytime I see a mod related to the Sonic comics, I get excited, like my ears perk up and I'm like a dog, and I'm like, ooh, interesting. But no, I wanted to go deep into this and make a dedicated video for it, specifically because of like how well they implemented the Extreme gear and the Scarf wings. Like, Scarf wings, dude. I love all the Shadow mods that like changes wings to be other things. I've seen one that like changes the wings to be Solaris wings. And of course, I think all of these shots would make gorgeous wallpapers, especially for all of the Phantom Rider fans out there. I upload platforming content, both fan-made and official, and if you're new here, consider checking out my Sonic modding playlist, as I have many other videos like this.